Good afternoon, children. We will start by 1:40. Okay, 1:40 p.m. we will start. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, children. Good afternoon, teachers. I hope all are doing great and excited for today's session. Is it? So those who are here in the chat can reply to me through the chat. Okay. So yeah. So if you can turn on the camera, that's also welcome. I hope I'm audible. You can hear me properly. So very good afternoon. So we will start today's session. And today we are going to make some amazing applications. Before that, I'll just revise what we have discussed so far. And if you have any questions on any of the previous activity, you can raise that so that we can discuss that more. Okay. And next thing is, uh, like if any questions in between, you can ask in between. Okay. So let's start the session. So once again, welcome everyone to today's session. My name is Ashwati Mohan. I am the one who is going to take the session, and I have Ms. Sushma Kulkarni with me. So Ms. Sushma ma'am will also be helping you with your questions. So if you have any questions, you can raise that over chat. Okay. So let's first revise what we have discussed so far. So till now we are working in app lab, right, in co.org app lab. So until now we have created a few applications over there, and a few coding concepts we have discussed. So I'll just show you what we have discussed so far. I'll just share my screen. I hope you all have completed yesterday's activities and submitted it, and you have completed the quiz as well. If you have faced any issues, you can raise that. So I'm sharing my screen. I hope it is visible. Yeah. So first we started with the introduction to App Lab. Before that, we have discussed what is coding. So any children who is available today, anybody who knows what is coding, can you please type that in the chat for me? Quickly type that in the chat for me. What is coding? What do you mean by coding? You can type in the chat. Any answers? Application making. Okay. Any other answers? Coding is giving commands. Yes. I have a doubt on iWatch. Shreyansh, what we will do is towards the end of the session, we can discuss on the doubt. Okay. iWatch, I will show you again if you have doubt. Okay. So yes, coding is giving commands. Very good. Correct answer. So basically what we are doing while doing coding is your computer, which is a machine, needs instructions or commands to perform a task, to make understand computer to a human language. Okay. So I'm getting so many answers today. Well done. So basically your computer is a machine, and this machine needs instructions to work. See, for example, whenever you are creating a game or an application or a website, anything, what we have to do, we have to guide the computer what exactly it should do, right? So doing that, giving those commands or instructions is what is called as coding. Okay. So in which language we do the coding is in computer language, because computer, the machine doesn't understand our language. So we need to make sure we give the commands in computer's language. Okay, so that is coding. And we started with app lab, co.org app lab. So in app lab, we have created few applications. You might also have created that. And first class we discussed how the app lab looks like, and then we did a random color generator application. In the random color generator, we were just doing the random colors when you click on a button. After that, we came to the topic operators. In operators, we discussed about the operators, what all we can use, and then we discussed about conditional statements, how you can use this if else statement. And then we did two activities there, voter app and a simple calculator. Then we came to the third day of this, and it was Introduction to variables and data object. In this chapter, what we have done is what are variables. We have discussed on what are variables. So when you see these concepts is again and again coming, like in today's class also we will be discussing on concepts. If you have a question, you can please raise that on the chat. I'll be answering that. Okay, Aditya? I think it is Aditya. Okay, it's gone. Okay. Yeah. So these kinds of concepts like conditional statement, if else blocks or variables. So whichever language you learn, whichever coding language you learn, whichever platform you work on, these concepts remains the same. Even if you learn to code in Python, even if you learn to code in Java, these concepts are there. Only the how you write these syntax. Syntax means how you write this in that particular language. It will be different. Okay. So in this lesson, variables and data object, we have created two activities. One was in iWatch, one was in age converted. We learned how we can do all those things. Okay. Then yesterday, in yesterday's chapter, we learned how you can create multi-screen applications, right? How you can create more than one screen applications, and how you can create applications with images, with sounds, etc. Right? So we have discussed all those things yesterday. So also how you can make a background picture in an application, how you can add icons, how you can record your own sound and play that in an application, how you can add any speech to your application. So all those we have discussed in yesterday's class. And so yesterday we did again two activities. Actually, yesterday we were discussing three activities almost. So yesterday we did a music player where you could just play any song. Then a Naruto fan app. I hope you might have submitted these activities with your own favorite cartoon characters and all. And then we have discussed one more activity yesterday, which was a Pokemon game and all. That is all about until yesterday. So any questions? If you want me to repeat any of this activity, how to do any of this activity, if you want me to do it, you can let me know in the chat so that I can show you how to do any of this activity one more time at the end of the session. Okay, once we have time at the end, because again today we are going to learn two activities. Okay. So any questions so far? If you have any questions, you can put that in the chat. Or all good? How is it? Okay. Bharti, yes, yesterday's session is already uploaded on YouTube. I hope you missed yesterday's session, right, Bharti? So no worries, it is already uploaded. You can just watch it. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, you had your exam. Okay. So any other questions, anyone? All good? We'll go to today's topic. Okay. So today we are going to create one game, and then we are going to create a multiplication table maker. Okay, so as students to remember the multiplication tables, it might be a little difficult, right? When I was in my school, it was hard for me. So maybe you guys are so smart and you just remember everything. So let's see how you can do that. So today what we will be doing in today's session is we'll be creating a multiplication table app. What is the front and back end? You know, all those things. I'll be going through that one more time. Then we will create a game also. Okay. Okay. So I'll first show you which is the application which you are going to do today. Okay. I hope you can see my screen. So you can give any number over here and we can show the table. Anybody wants to try? If you want to try any number, you can send me on chat very quickly. We will see the multiplication table of that number. Anybody? Which numbers table you want to see? 30. Okay, let's see for 30. 94 into 24. Oh my God. It's not like that. It will give you the table of 30. Like I'll show you. See, 30 I got. So 30. So I just wrote 30 over here. Show table. See, 30 times 130, 30 times 260, like that, all table, like up to 10 you can see. Okay. If you want to try a different number, you can give. 94 and 24. Okay, let's see. Let's go for 94 first. See, you can see a multiplication table of 94 and 24. Okay. You can see the multiplication table of 24. Okay. So this is the application, what we are going to do today. Okay. So right now, you know what is a front end, what is a back end, right? So what is a front end of any application is what you see, right? So when I give a number, when I click on this show table, I'm getting an answer, correct? So that is the front end, that is the UI, user interface, what you see. But how that calculation is working, when I click on this, how that tables are coming, that is the coding part, which is the backend part. Wow, cool. Yeah, coding is very cool. Okay, so that is the backend part, what we will be doing, right? So now first we will show how we can do the design of this, the front end part. Then we can go to the back end, the coding part. Okay. So I hope you all remember this website, co.org. So if you don't know how to come to this, you can just go to Google and type code.org. Okay. What you have to type? Code. I'm sorry, it's not visible. Yeah, code.org. Okay, so you just type this. Okay, and then you will get this website, or in this website you can create activities in different labs. Labs means like you can create games in game lab, you can create animations in sprite labs. So there are different labs available. Even you can create websites also. So today what we are going to do is we will be going with app lab. Okay, and before doing that, you have to make sure you have an account. Okay, so why you need an account is all your activities needs to be saved. That is why you need an account. And when you create an account, one thing you have to be very careful is make sure the age is greater than 21. Whenever you are creating your account, you can give your Gmail ID or any email ID you have. You can create an account with your name and details, but the age, whatever you are giving, should be more than 21. Otherwise, your app lab won't work properly. That is why. Okay. So coming towards how we can create this. Okay, so I can just click on this create. I'll just come to this app lab. It is getting loaded. So I hope you remember first we have to do the design. Design is nothing but the front end. Am I right? So every application has two parts, front end, back end. Front end is nothing but your design, or you can call it as user interface or UI. It is nothing but what you see in a screen. Okay. Backend is coding part. Okay, so we are discussing this every day, but still I hope you remember these concepts. Okay, so next time whenever you watch or whenever you use an application, think, okay, this might be the front end, this is the designs I can see, and you can even think of the components you see. Oh, it might be a button, this might be a label, right? Like that. So whenever, like now onwards, whenever you see an application, please remember all those things and try to align with it. Like, okay, this might be a button, this might be a label. You have to think like that. Okay, and think how it is working also. So first we will start with the design. I'm clicking on the design. Okay, so this is my screen one. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed how we can add more screens, how we can add background image, background color, all those things. So this is my screen one. Okay, so if I want, I can just name this as home screen. Okay, so that we can just name it as home screen, let it be. And I'm going to give a color. Okay, so let's go with a blue shade, like maybe. Yeah, if you want, you can add an image. Yesterday I have shown you how you can add images, so you can just click on this choose and you can upload a file, link, or anything as you wish you can do. Okay, so that will come as a background. So my screen is ready. Now in this application you can see math tables, a label is there, right? So how will you do it? You can just put this label over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just drag and drop this label over here. It is not visible because it's kind of a gray shade. So I'm just writing math tables. Okay, now I will just change the color so that you can see it properly. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just changing the font size. It's visible. So you can just align, like position it by just clicking on this and just dragging. Okay. Okay. So my maths tables is ready. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a background color also. Let it be. Yeah. So my first label is ready. Am I right? So how did you do that? I just added the label from here on this side. I just dragged and dropped it, and all the properties are here. You can just change it. Okay. Next, what is there in this? You should give a number, right? That is the next thing. So that is a text input. That is, you are expecting an input from the user, right? So when I give any number, that is an input. What is an input? Whatever you are giving to the application or the computer is an input. The result, what you get, the multiplication table, what you get is the output. Okay. So I'm just dragging and dropping this here. You can just push it a little bit. Okay, so here you can, in this placeholder, you can write enter the number. Okay, and that text is little smaller, so I'm just changing the font size. Okay, I can even change the color also. Okay, done. Next, what we can do is a button, right? Because this show table is a button. So I will just drag and drop this thing over here. What is the text? Show table. Okay, you can just pull it. So whenever you want to pull this like this, go to the right side top bottom and do it. Okay, and I'll go with a different background color. Yeah, so maybe text color can be changed. Yeah, so my first screen is ready. Correct, what all you are watching here, it is there, right? So there is a label, there's a text input, there's a button. You can see all the three over here. Am I right? You can see it. Next, what you have to do, the answer is coming in a different screen, right? The answer, when you click on this, the answer is calculated and it is coming in a different screen. So for that, you can just click here. Either you can click on this new screen to get a new screen, or as I told you, like yesterday, this is a screen option. You can just drag and drop this to this screen. You will get a new screen. So I'll go with this. See, my screen 2 is ready. So this is my answer screen or the table screen, right? So I'm naming it as answer screen. Okay. And I am going to give a background color. Okay. So my background color is ready. So when you do this activity, see if I'm giving 5, see, there is one label, maths tables, and then there are 10 labels, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. There are 10 labels, and here there is one button to go back. Correct? So let's do that. First, I will add a label, maths tables. Okay, I'll change the text color. I'll change the background color. Let me increase the font size. Okay, my first label is ready. Now you need 10 labels, right? To get the answer. If I want, I can just reduce this little like this so that, yeah. So now you need 10 labels. So I'm just dragging and dropping the first label here. Okay, so you can just change the color. I'm just writing 1 over here because just to see how the color works. Okay, text color. And I'm giving a background color. Okay. Now I need this to be little bigger, right? So this is fine. And I'm giving the font size little bigger. This is fine, right? For the first one. Now here, the main thing what we have to do is, you can just remove this text because we are going to do the multiplication. You have to name these labels first, because when you calculate the first label, when you're on your first label, you have to get the first answer, then the second, then the third. So what we have to do is, the naming, the labeling should be proper. The ID should be proper so that when you do the coding, it is easy for you to do the coding. So I'm just writing this as num1. Okay, this is for my first one. Then what you can do is you can just duplicate this, because I need the same design for all my labels, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just duplicating. So I got my second one, just pushing it here. Yes, we will do the back button at the end. Okay, don't worry. So let me just do the 10 label, then we will do the back button. Okay. So this is num2. Okay. And I'm again duplicating. I'll just duplicate first and you can name it later. Okay. So 4, 5. Okay. We need it to be a little smaller, I guess. Oopsie. What just happened? Yeah. I'm just clicking on duplicate. I'm just duplicating this. Okay. Once my screen is ready, you can just arrange it, like rename the labels. Okay. So 6 are done. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And 10. Okay. I hope all my. Okay. So here a little more space is there. So I can just push it up. So let's rename this. So num1 is ready. This is num2. Num2. This will be num3. Num4. Num5. Num6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Okay. So I'll show you one more thing. We already have a num1, right? So if I try to make it num1, can you see this ID turned to be like in a red color, right? That means this num1, already I have a label named num1. So you can't give same ID for different components or different elements. Okay, you have to make sure IDs are unique. Okay, so I made it num10. Now we need one button. So there is not much space for the button. Let me just fix it here. Okay, I'm just adding a button at the bottom. Okay. And instead of this text, what you can do is, I can just right click on this. Okay. What you have to do, right click on this. You will get an option emoji. Okay. So click on that. And then you will see the emojis. You can just use the arrows or. Let me get an arrow. So my arrow is there so that it will go back. Okay. Background color is yellow. Text color, maybe if I want, I can change. Okay. So this is my back button. Okay. So when you click on this, it will go to the first screen. So my design is ready, right? Anything else extra we have to add? Or anything you have to add? Anything we missed? Anyone in the chat? Anything? Did we miss something? Everything is here. You understood the design part? If you have any questions, please ask the question. No. Okay, fine. So all good, right? So my design is ready. Correct? Next, we will start with the coding part. Okay, let's go with the coding part. So here, when you click on this, you can go for the home screen. Okay. Now, here you can see one. Where is first design? First design is here. See, you can see two screens over here, right? So this is my first design. This is my second design. Okay. Bharti, I guess you missed yesterday's class. That is why you are having this confusion how these screens work. So what we are doing here is we have two screens. Okay. So first screen will have my first design. Second screen will have my second design. Okay. So just go through yesterday's recording so that you will understand how it is working. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So up to here, we have done the designing part. Now we will start with the coding part. Okay. So in the coding part, what should happen is when you give a number, when you give a number and when you click on this show table, it should go to the second table. That's it, right? So now one more thing we will do here, we should get this number, right? So we are creating a variable. What are we creating? A variable. Now, what is a variable? Like if I am like right now, when we check this activity, we give different numbers, right? We tried with 30, we tried with 94, we give different numbers. So whatever we are, whenever we are using this application, the number can be different every time. It's not same. Am I right? So it can be any number. So to save, we need to save that number just to do the calculation, right? So I should first save it somewhere to do the calculation. So okay, one more thing in between, the attendance form is getting circulated. Teachers, please fill the attendance form, and students, whichever is your attendance form, please fill that. Okay, please make sure you fill the attendance form. You need to fill it only one time. So please make sure you fill it at least one time. Okay, just one time for today. Okay, so yeah, so we were discussing on variable. Yeah, so when you were doing this activity, when you are checking this activity, you will have a number. When I am doing, I'll have a number, right? So all these numbers can be different numbers, but we need to save it somewhere so that we can do the calculation. So these variables are those containers which can store the value. Okay, if you give 30, the variable's value will be 30 for that. If you give 40, the variable value will be 40, right? So I'm just giving it variable, this block variable x is equal to. So now I'm just naming it as number. Okay. Oh, you can just click on this, name it as number. And at the beginning, I'm placing it as 0 because at the beginning, you don't know what the number will be. So I'm just keeping it as 0. Okay, variable number equal to 0. Done. Let it be there. Next, what we have to do, whatever is the whatever number you have given and whatever is your show table, it should go to the second screen, right? So let's do that part. Go to UI controls, on event. Okay. And what is this name of the button? This is my button one. So whenever you want to get the name, you can just keep your mouse pointer here and you can see the ID. So I'll just show you that. See, when I mouse pointer is here, can you see XY? Then ID button 1 is coming. So that is the ID of this button. Okay. So on event, button 1. So when you click on this button 1, what should happen? It should go to the second screen, right? So just scroll down. Can you see this block set screen? Just put it here. Okay. click on this drop down, click on the home screen. Sorry, the answer screen, right? When you click on this button, it should go to the second screen, the answer screen. So like this. Okay. So when you click on this button, it should go to the next screen, the answer screen. Now here, when you read, there is a trivia given over here. The splash screen is the first screen you see when you launch an application. Okay. That is, when you start this application, you will see this particular screen. That is a splash screen. Or you can think of splash screen as something like when you open application, few application, you will just see the name of the application and quickly it will just go, right? Some application and your games and all, it will just show 1 or 2 seconds that name of that application and suddenly it will come to the play area part, right? So those kinds of screen which will just go away very quickly is a splash screen. Okay. Ma'am, from where I can get past recordings? You have a YouTube link, right? So you just go over there in that YouTube channel. All the recordings are here given. Okay, you can just check that. If you want, for the YouTube link, you will be getting from your Telegram group, student Telegram group. You will get it. Okay, Ayush Kumar, you can just check your student Telegram group. You will be having the link for all those videos over there. Okay. So this is clear, right? How we are coming to the next screen. Next, what we have to do is, whatever is this number we have given here, that number needs to be saved in this number, right? We need that number, correct? So that is the next part. So how you can do it is, go to variables, take this x equal to, take it and put it over here. So not x, our variable name is number, right? So variable name is number equal to whatever is the number, we need to get that. Am I right? So come to this UI controls, scroll down, you will get an option, get number. So attach it like this. And which number we need to get? The text input one number, right? So we need to get the text input one. That is, this is my text input one. So whatever number I am giving, I should get that in this number. So that is what I just did now. Okay. Next, what is next? After getting the number, what should happen? Can somebody tell me? The chat. I got my number, whether it is 30, 40, whatever is it, I got it. Now what should happen? I'm waiting for the response. What should happen next? Sorry. Touch the button is, that is already done. We gave the number, we just touched the button, you just clicked on the button. Yes, you should get the answers. We should get the multiplication table answers, right? Yes, thank you. So what we have to do, we have to find out the answer. So for that, we need to come to the screen. Okay, answer screen. So here we have 10 labels, right? So what we are going to do is one by one, we are going to, okay, 1 second. Yeah, one by one, we are going to attach. So I need it to be like this. Okay, so if I give 30, it should come like 30 into 1 equal to 30. Correct? Next line out should be 30 into 2 equal to 60. This is what I need to get, right? So how I can get this? Okay, so for that, we will be taking a set text block. Okay, not set number, we will get a set text block. Why? Because we need to attach these multiplication thing and also come down, get the set text. Okay, where is it gone? Yeah, set text. So first what we have to do is click on this. I should start from num1. So I got num1, correct? Now I should get 30 into 1 equal to 30. This 30 can be any number, whatever the user is giving, correct? So to get this, what you have to do is come to this math first, okay? Attach some plus signs. Why? Because I need to club all this together. Okay. Okay. Now, first one is 30. So you can write this 30 will be saved in this particular number variable. Am I right? So you can just write here number. So whatever is saved in the number, you will get it here. Correct? Here, what should I do? I should get that into multiplication operation, right? But you can't just put into like that. It will not work. Okay, what you have to do, put a double quotes. What is a double quotes? This is a double quotes, like this is a double quotes, like this is a double quote, okay? So put a double quotes and inside that you have to, oh, sorry, inside that you have to put that into. Now, why we didn't do number inside a double quotes? Anybody? Any answer? What do you think? Only why we put that into in double quotes? Why I didn't put number inside a double quote? Any answer? Any guesses? You are making maths. Okay. That is why I didn't put now double quotes. Any other? Any other answers? Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So now what will happen is, see, why I put number, I can't hear question. Okay. Why I put number is like this. See, I want this 30, okay, into 1 equal to 30, correct? So whatever is the number given by the user, this value will be changing. Am I right? If I give 60, it will be 60. If I give 90, it will be 90, like that, correct? And this answer will also be changing. Am I right? Depending on this number. But these three things, will it change? Whatever be the number, the first in your first line, it will be 60 into 1 equal to 60, or 94 into 1 equal to 94, or 1 into 1 equal to 1, right? So these three things will not change, correct? But this value and this value will be changing for sure, depending on the number the user is giving, correct? So what I am going to do over here is these numbers. So this number, whatever is the first number, is saved in this number. Okay. Second number we have to calculate, right? So when I put something inside double quotes, what will happen is you will get it printed the same, this symbol there. But if I am not putting something in double quotes, whatever is the value saved in that particular number or particular thing will be coming out. So here you will not get number into. It will be the value inside the number. What will be the value? If it is 30, you will get 30 into. Okay. So if you put something in double quotes, you will get that particular thing like that in the output. You will get that symbol like that. But if you're not putting double quotes, the value which is saved inside that will be coming. Okay, it will be a variable and the value will be coming. I hope you got it. Do you want me to explain this again? Anybody? Okay. Is it clear? You want me to explain this again? Yes, ma'am means I hope it is clear, right? Okay. So now, again, I should get 30 into, oh, please, again, you want me to explain again. Okay, fine. See, if I'm giving 30 as the number, it should come like 30 into 1 equal to 30, right? This is what I need. 30 into 1 equal to 30 is what I need, right? So that is in the first line. I should get that. Okay. So this 30, this thing and this thing will be different if I give 60, if I give 90, whatever is the input, depending on that, these two values will be changing, right? See, for example, if I'm giving 60, it will be like 60 into 1 equal to 60, correct? But did you see the things which are in the center, these many parts into 1 equal to, that is same everywhere, right? Whichever be the number, that many part will be same, right? Whatever be the number you are giving, this much should be same. Am I right? So what I will do is that into 1 equal to that part. See, for example, 30 into 1 equal to 30. Okay, so what will I do here is this 30 is the number what I should get, right? So that is saved in this number variable. Am I right? Whichever is the value you want to get the multiplication table, that is saved in this number, correct? And this many part I have to print like this, and this I should calculate. Okay, I should do the multiplication. So when you give something inside double quote, see for example, if I'm giving into 1 equal to inside this, I'll just take this out. Okay, so what will happen? Number. Now, what is this pluses? You are just attaching these things. Okay, so first I will get the number which is 30. Then I'll get this into. Then I'll get this 1. Then I'll get this equal to. Then here I need to get the multiplication. So I'll just show you that so that it will be more clear. I'm just attaching the multiplication and I'm writing number. I'm sorry. Number into 1. Okay, so you will get it as, here you will get it as 60. Oh, sorry, 30. Okay, so what will happen in this step is the number, whatever is the number you get, whatever is the number the user gives, that you will get it here. This multiplication into 1 equal to, you will be just printing that 1 equal to like that. And then you will do the calculation number into 1. So that is whatever is the number you will get times 1. Okay, so if you put something in double quotes, it will be printed like that. It will be displayed like that, same thing. But if you put something outside double quote, there is no double quotes in number. That means whatever is the value saved in this, that will be coming over here. So if I put number like this, it will be 30. I'll show you the difference. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's just run this. Let's see so that you will have more idea. So I'm giving the number again 30. Sorry. And I'm show table. Can you see 30 into 1 equal to 30? You get it, right? Now what will happen if I put that number inside double quotes? So double quotes I'm putting. Oh, sorry. Okay. Put some space here also. I'm running this again 30. See, instead of 30, it came as number into 1 equal to 30. That means whatever you are putting in double quotes, that same thing will be getting printed. But if you're not putting that in double quotes, if you're putting just number, that value which is saved will come. So let's change that to number without double quotes. Is it clear now? Can you see? Is it clear now? Those who had doubt? It's clear. I hope you understood the difference and how it works. Okay, so we can just put some space here also. However, if you are putting space in between, those space will also be there. So if you put space, you can just do it. So this is how you can do for the first number. Correct. Now you have to do this for all the 10, right? So what you can do is, if you want, you can just copy these blocks. Okay, how you can copy is, you have to be a little careful over here. From this white area, please select it like this. Okay, what you have to do, from this white area, select it like this. On your keyboard, you know what is the shortcut for copy? Anybody? What is the shortcut to copy something? No answers? Control plus C. Yes, that's it. So I'm doing CTRL plus C. So you have to do CTRL key plus letter C. Okay, I did that. Now, can you see this small blinking black color thing? That is where your cursor is. Okay, so I'm just Control V. Okay, it's not coming. See, I can just paste it like that. Control V. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Yes, Control V to paste. Thank you. So all my numbers are here. Now you have to change it, right? So number 2. Okay, here it will be 2. Other than that, no change, right? Because the number is same, number into 2. This will be, so you have to change here and this value. Other than that, no change. So number 3, and here it will be 3. This will be number 4. 4. Number 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. And number 10. 10. So let's see if this is working first. Okay. So run 50. Okay. One more thing we need to change. I'm sorry, I missed it. So here, this should be 2. This will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now run. 50. See, can you see the table? Is it working fine? So you can give any number as such, okay? If you want, you can just give like 15,000. Any number, you will get it. Okay, clear? Yeah. Now, next what we have to do is, one thing is missing, right? What is missing? One back button is there, right? So when I click on back button, it should come back to the screen. That is missing. So that we will do. So that symbol code, you already know how to do it. So just come here. So whenever you see that, like you can see at the end, this is here, where will you attach the block? So don't worry, you just click on the block, come at the bottom and just fix it. That's it. So it will give more space over there. So don't worry on that, okay? So back button, it should come back to the home screen, right? Home screen. So our activity is ready. So let's go with a big number. Let's try that. See, the output is ready. And when you click on the back button, it's coming back. So when you click on the back button, you don't want to see this thing, right? So what you can do is, you can do that also. Take a set text block. Okay. Okay. And the text should be in text input 1, right? So in text input 1. Okay, just put this double close quote so that it will leave a blank space. So just run this. 50. Done. Going back. Nothing is here. Okay, so what did I do? I took a set text block. So in this text input 1, I'm just clearing it, so that when you come back, that value won't be there. Okay. And if you want to rename this is my multiplication table. Save it. Okay. Click on share, copy link to project, come here, come to multiplication table app. Okay. Here you can start assignment. Okay. And just paste it. Okay. Done. Done. Okay. So any questions, anyone on this particular activity, please raise that. Any question or any steps you want me to repeat again, please do that. Any doubts? Is it clear for you, everyone? Any questions? No, all good. Design, you have doubt. You want me to repeat design? Shreyansh? Shreyansh, she said you want me to design. Okay, fine. So in the design, you can see what did I do? I need this label. Label is something you are just displaying, right? So what did I do? I just took this label. Okay, I just dragged and dropped it over here. So when you drag and drop it over here on this side, you will see the properties of that label. Okay, in the sender side. Okay, so what did I do? I just went with a normal like design, just give some background color, the text and everything. Next, you are expecting an input from the user. Input is nothing but some value you want to get. Okay, so that is this. Okay, so enter the number, that is the text input one. Okay, so that is again this thing, you have to drag and drop it here. Okay, so text input one. Then I need a button because when you click on this, it should go to the next screen, right? So I just added a button. I just added a button over here. Okay, and all those things properties can be done here. Okay, on the sender side, on the sender. Okay, then I need one more screen to do the answers, right? So what I did, I just dragged and dropped. You can do two ways. Okay, so to add a screen, you can do two ways. Either you can drag and drop these things to the screen. Okay, or you can just click on this drop down and add a screen. Both ways are fine. So just click on this, add a new screen. Okay, done. This much for screen is done. Then in the second screen, what did I do? I wanted 10 labels to get the 10 outputs, right? So we are doing a multiplication table, so we need 10. Okay, so first one is again a label, so I just dragged and dropped a label over there. Then there are 10 labels. So what did I do? I just dragged and dropped one label first. Okay, after that I gave what all design I want, what all color I want, all the properties. And then what did I do is I came here, I just duplicated it so that that design and that styling will be copied to all the 10. You don't have to do it one by one for everyone. You can just duplicate it. But while you are duplicating, you have to be careful on one thing, that is to change the IDs. Otherwise, everything will be labeled 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So it will be difficult for you to do while the coding. So what did I do? Everywhere I changed the IDs to num1, num2 like that, so that it is easy while you do the coding. Okay. And at the end, I added a button to go back to the first screen. So again, I dragged and dropped a button. Okay. Clear? Clear the design? Who asked me that question? Shreyansh, I hope. Okay, is it clear? Good. You just need to try on your own so that you will understand how it is working. So if you just watch this video, it will be not very clear. You have to try by your own so that you will know, okay, this is drag and drop. This is how I can do it. Okay. Game. We are going to do a game very soon, Manju. Just right now, we are going to do a game. Before that, any other questions, any part anybody wants me to repeat, you can just ask me now. I'll just repeat it again. I'll give you 2-3 minutes so that you can just ask me. Any questions? All clear? If it is clear, you can let me know. Yes, it is clear. You don't have any doubts, right? Good. So I hope you all will create this and submit it today. Okay? Okay. Cool. So now next is our game, right? So what is the game? I'll show you the game first. So okay, it is a magic ball game. Okay, it's a magic ball game. Let's see that. Okay. Okay, I'll show you first the game. Okay. Can you see this is the screen? Sorry. Magic ball name is written. Manju, your question is not clear. Are you asking how we can create an app? Is that the question? Or which site you need to use? It is not a game site. It is in the same application. We are going to do a game. Okay, we are going to create a game. That means you are just creating in the same application, you are going to create a game. That's it. You're not doing anything extra. Okay, Manju? And thanks, Tanisha. So in the same app lab, you are going to do a game. Okay. So the game, what we are going to do is, see, you have 4 different kinds of balls are there. A smiley ball, a sad ball, then again a smiley ball, and a love kind of ball, like heart kind of ball. Okay. So each ball, when you click, you will get the score like this. If you click on this green ball, you will get score +1. If you click on this sad ball, your score will be decreased. If you click on this happy ball, your score will be multiplied by 2, whatever is your score. And if you click on this love thing, your score will be half. Okay, your score will be half the score. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. So start playing. Okay, I'm going to try this. Okay, my score, no. See, it's very hard. Okay, see, we can see the score here is changing if I try to click on something. I'm trying to click on, come here. Yeah, I'm trying to click on the ball. So see, now my score is 16, right? So let's see what will happen if I click on sad ball. Okay, so it is 15. That is one is decreased. Now let me try to click on this happy ball. It became 30. Now let me try to click on this green ball. It is 31. That is one time, like score is added by 1. Now we have that heart kind of ball. Let me try that. Come here. Yeah. So did you see? It became half. 31 became 15.5. That is, it became half. So this is the game what we are going to do today. Okay, these balls will keep on moving and you need to try to click on these balls. Okay, ready? Is it interesting? You want to learn? Why I'm not getting any answers? Yes. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah. So here you will have the concept of splash screen. I'll just show you. Let me just start a new activity. So click on create app lab. Okay. So what is the first thing we have to do when we create an application? What should be the first step to do? Any answers? No answers. To start with the button. Okay. So button comes in which part? Which end? Front end or back end? Make design. Yes, that is front end or back end? Front end. Design is front end. Good job. So let's try that. So we will start with the design. Okay. So we'll come here on the design section. Okay. So in this game, the first screen is like you saw that. I'll just reload so that you can see it. This is my front screen, right? The first screen, right? So you can see there is a magic ball name is given. That is my application name. Then you can see how the scores are added. That is added here. Then start playing. So let's first make this screen. Okay. So coming to design. Okay. So let me just go with the color. Okay. Next, what I have to do, I have to add a label because I have to name my application. So the name is Magic Balls. Sorry. And I'm going to change the background color. I'm going to change the text. Please go back one time. You want to see the game one time? That is what you're saying? Manju, you want to see the game? That is what you're saying? You can't see the project? This is the project and we are just starting this. My screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible.
Okay, repeat it again. Okay. So in this screen, you can see this is a label, correct? Magic balls is a label. That is the name of my application. Inside that, we have how the score works. That is here, correct? Like score +1, score -1, like all those scoring part is here. Then start playing is a button. Okay, this is my first screen. So we are going to make our first screen. Okay. So I just added a label. I just dragged and dropped the label. Okay. I'm just changing the font size. I'm increasing. The text color is not visible. Let me make it something else. Yeah. So my name is ready. Now we have to add this thing, right? This part. So what you have to do over here is, okay. Yeah, this part, like this part you have to do, right? So let's start that. So first what I'm going to do is I'll add a big label. Okay. Repeat one time, please. Okay, you just added a label. I'm just doing that same again. Okay, Manju, just listen. So what did I do? I just dragged and dropped this label to the screen. Okay. So from where? The label is here. Can you see? This is the label. I just dragged and dropped it here. Okay. Please repeat. Okay, do you want me to repeat the design? Is that you want? Yes, okay. So I didn't do anything. I just came to design. I just added the screen one. I'm having the screen one. I just added this label. I just dragged and dropped it over here. I just wrote magic ball. So I just wrote magic balls here in the text. And I just gave two colors over here, background and text color. And then I just gave the font size. Okay. So in the second one, what we are going is, again, a label is done. I am going to give a background color. So whenever you are giving the background color, normally it will not come. Why? Because can you see this second slider is here? The second slider is the brightness, or you can see the transparency of the color. So if you put it at this end, then only that color will be visible over there. Okay. So I'm just putting this label. I'm just making it big so that I can give all the values inside. And I don't need a text. Okay. Next, what we have to do is, you can see there are 4 different smileys, right? More different emojis. So if you want to use the same, what you can do is come to this activity, Magic Balls activity on your LMS, scroll down and you will see Magic Ball projects images link. Okay, so you can just add these images there. Okay, so this, when you click on this link, it will come something like this. You can just download these images if you want. Okay, so you can use the same images. So the link is over here and you can make use of the same. Got it? So I'm using the same images. So I need 4 images, right? Because I have 4 balls, right? So I am just adding my first image and it is little big. So I'm just making it small. Okay. Now, what should be the image? I have already downloaded. So I'm just uploading that. I'll just upload all the 4 so that we can just use accordingly. Okay, all the 4 images are there. So my 4 images are there. Now I'll start with the first image. I'm going with the happy ball. Okay, oh sorry, you have to click on this choose. Okay, can you see the images here? Can you see? Images added. Now with this image, what should happen? The score will be multiplied 2 times, right? It will be like multiplied by 2. So what we will do is we will add one more label over here. Okay. And write score multiplied by 2. Okay. I'll just change the text color. Okay. So that is when you click on this yellow ball, the very happy ball, you will get the score, like double the score. Okay. You can use the image from AppLab site also. That is also fine. If you want to upload an image, that is also fine. Everything is fine. Okay. So this is like, I just wanted to show you how you can upload the image. But if you use the AppLab site's images, that is also fine. You can just change the colors and you can do it. No problem. Okay. Bharti, this is live. This is going live on YouTube. So you can just watch it on YouTube. No problem. Thank you, Sonali. And then repeat. Okay. So do you want me to repeat this design part? I hope that's what you are asking. So what did I do is, first I just added a big label. Okay. In that big label, what did I do is I just added a image. So images, I just dragged and dropped this thing here. And in the image, I have selected for this happy, very happy ball. Okay. Then I added one more label so that you can see the score. Okay. So I have to do the same step again and again. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'll just click on this image. I'll just duplicate it because it should be in the same size, right? So I'm just duplicating. But what I should do is I should change the image to the second image, right? So I'm just choosing my green ball. Okay. Now again, I'm clicking on this label and duplicating. Okay. And green ball is score plus 1. That is, you will get 1 added to the score. Okay. Again, I'm duplicating the image. This will be my third image. It can be the sad ball. Okay. Sad ball, what you have to do is score is 1 is decreased. Okay. So that is score minus 1. Sorry. Minus 1. Okay. Next is the last ball. Okay. In that, when you click, the score will be half. Okay. So I'm just adding that over here. Okay. So my this part is ready. Can you see all those things? I have added all the 4 images and I have added the score for all the 4. Okay. Any questions on this? Drop down option means, see, for example, if this is the drop down, see, you might have seen like click on this drop down, you will have different options, right? So that is the drop down. Like for example, if you're talking here, see, can you see Arial black is written? When I click on this small arrow, you can see different values over here, right? That is a drop down option. Okay. Okay, Kitu, I hope. Why is it necessary to have a computer? It is necessary to have a laptop or computer. Why? Because otherwise, how will you do this in a mobile screen? It's very difficult, right? So you can't do a coding in the mobile. Okay. So my labels are ready. Now what is remaining is a button. So let's add a button. This is my start. Okay, this is my start button. Ready? So I'm just naming the button as start button. Okay, done. My first screen is ready, right? So I can just name the screen also as the home screen. Okay, home screen is ready. Next, what you have to do, the new screen, right? So we need one more screen, right? So I'm just clicking on this drop down. I'm adding the new screen. So last time we just added from here. Now I'll show you from here. Done. Okay, this is my game screen. Okay, done. Next, in the game screen, what should happen? The ball should be randomly moving, right? And the score should be there. That's it. Am I right? So let's do that. I am giving the background as black. Why I'm giving black is so that it is visible for you to see the balls over there. Okay. So here also you can see the black color background is given, right? Next, what you can do is, since these balls are kind of like buttons, like when you tap, something should happen, right? So you can make this as a button. Okay. So what I will do is I'll add my first button. Okay. But I don't need a text, right? Because it's going to be a ball. So no text. Come here, choose your ball. See, done. And you don't need a background color. You can just keep it back. See, and now in this button, what you can do is you can just curve the radius. And you can just, okay. What did I do is I'll show you in white color so that you will understand that curving part. Can you see this button side is like when you add a button, normally it will be like a square box, right? But since it is a ball, so you need a curved shape, right? So what did I do is I just increase this curved thing so that, can you see, it is just making it as a circle. And you can just adjust that to the ball. My first ball is ready. Okay, it will have a curved image over there and you can do it. Done. My first ball is ready. So I'll just name it as happy ball. Okay, done. Like this, I'll just again make the background to black. Like this, you need to do how many balls? 3 more balls, right? So I'm just duplicating this and I'm adding the image of pink ball. Okay, this is half the score ball. So I'm just naming it as pink ball. Duplicating. I'm changing the image. Sad ball. And make sure you change the name of the buttons, okay, so that it's easy for you to code. Last one. That is my very happy ball. It is little smaller, so I'm just making it very happy ball. Okay, all my 4 balls are ready. So I just did all my 4 balls. Now I need to see the score, right? So let's do the score. I'm adding a label. I'm dragging and dropping a label over here. Score. I'm changing the text color to white. Okay. And one more label I need to get the value. So I'm just adding that as well. So I'm just putting that here. Just to see the color, I'm just putting it white. Just placing it here. I'm increasing the size. And I don't need a, so this is my actual score label, right? So I'm just naming it as score. Okay, score. And you don't need a text at the beginning. You will place it as 0. Okay. I'll just push it a little down. Okay, done. My design is done. Am I right? Anything extra we need to add? Anybody? Any questions? All good. You are clear with how we have done this design. If you want me to repeat it again, please ask me. I'll do it. Okay, I hope it is clear. So nothing much. What we have done is we just added 4 buttons, and in the 4 button we have added the images of all these 4 balls. Then we added 2 labels, that is the score. Okay, my design is ready. That is it. We'll start the code. Okay, so in the first code, simple code it should be, because when I click on this thing, it should go to the repeat this step. Okay, see, in the design, I didn't do anything. What did I do? I made 4 buttons, correct? Because you are going to tap on it, right? You are going to click on that. So I made 4 buttons, and in all these 4 buttons, what did I do? I give the image, correct? So all those places I changed the image. You can change this image to anything, like whatever image you want, you can do it. So it is not necessary that you have to stick on to this smiley balls. If you want to do with your characters, cartoon characters, you can do. And if you want to do with any other characters, balls, anything, whatever you want, you can do it. Okay, it's not necessary you have to stick on to the balls itself. I mean the magic balls, like smiley balls itself. Okay, so then we have added the image, then we added 2 more labels for the score. Okay, next let's do the code. Okay, so the first line will be, we need a variable, right? So yeah, so the variable is the score. We are doing a score, right? So we'll start with that. So I'm just adding a variable score, and which is equal to 0. Okay, got it. Next what we can do is, in this variables, next, then this button, when you click on the start button, it should go to the next screen. So we'll do that part. UI controls on event. So what is my button name? Start button. You can see that here. So when you click on the start button, it should go to the next screen, right? So set screen, game screen, right? It should go to the game screen. Now let's go to the game screen. Okay. Now what should happen? Now, when you open this game screen, it should move randomly. All these images should move randomly, right? So for that, what we will do is we will use a time loop. Yesterday, we discussed this time loop. That is, whenever you, not yesterday, I guess, day before yesterday, while we did that watch, we did this time loop. That is, if you want to repeat some steps after some certain time, we can use a time loop. So whatever steps you are using inside, that steps will be repeated. So here you can see when you play this, see, these balls locations are changing. Can you see? The balls locations are randomly changing. So what we will do is, we will be just use a timed loop. Okay. So come to this function, sorry, uh, control, scroll down, you will see the timed loop. Get it? Okay. Data option is bit advanced. Yes, that is where, like, it is kind of a advanced topic. We will not covering that. It is kind of an advanced topic, but all the remaining we will be doing: functions, math, turtle, canvas, all those we will be doing. Data is a kind of advanced topic. Okay. Now, so we just added a timed loop. Have you seen? We just added a timed loop over here. Now in the timed loop, you can see a time over here. So this is in milliseconds. Okay. So 1000 milliseconds is, it will be changing in 1 second. Okay. So all your balls will be changing in 1 second. So one position it will be changing in 1 second. So I'm just going to, sorry, I'm just giving the position of these balls in all these times. I want to change the position. So I'll just go to UI controls, set position. Okay, please make sure you give it inside this time loop. Okay, so in this activity, you can see when I start, these balls are moving in 1 second, right? So what we are going to do over here is we are also going to move it in that 1 second. Okay, so what is my ID? I'll be going with, let's do the happy ball first. Okay, happy ball. Okay, last step. Okay. So what we are going to do over here is inside a timed loop, we are going to change the position of your ball. So that is in 1 second, the position of these balls will be changing. That is after every second, the balls will be in random position so that it is difficult for you to click it. Okay. So set position, you take a set position block, click on this drop down, select your ball. Now this two values here is the X value and the Y value. And these two values will be the width and height. So I'm making the width and height as like 40 because I need this same. Let it be 40. Now the X and Y is this horizontal and vertical positions. Okay. You might have already learned the number line. The horizontal is X, the vertical is Y. So that is the X and Y positions. Okay. So I want that to be random because it should not be same every time. Am I right? So what I will do is I'll come to this math, put this random. Okay. 1 second. Let me just come down. Yeah. I'll put this random. Okay. I'll put, maybe I can just start from 20 to 350. Here also 20, 350. Okay, so the maximum screen size is from 0 to 400. So I am just going with 20 and 350. Okay, so my first ball's position is done. Do the same for the two other balls. Okay, so I'm just copying this. So next is pink ball, sad ball, very happy ball. Now let's try if this is working. Can you see the balls are moving? In 1 second, you can see the balls are moving. Okay, I guess 350, you can't see the ball. So let me just put it as 300. Because it is going out of the screen. Let me just reload this. Okay. Okay. Please repeat the last step. Last step is just you have to repeat that set position to all the four balls. Okay. So you can put random numbers in first two parameter X and Y. And at the end, you can put 40, 40 as the width and height. And you can see it moving. Correct? Next, what we have to do is when you click on these balls, the score should change. That is the next part, right? So let's do that. Okay, so this part should also go inside the loop. Okay, because, sorry, this part should also come inside this on event. Okay, so let's do that. On event, place it here. So let's do the happy ball. Okay, so happy ball, this is the happy ball. I guess the green one is the happy ball, right? So in the happy ball, what should happen is, let me see. Yeah, what should happen is the score should be added by 1. Correct? So let's do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So X is equal to score equal to score, whatever is the score we have, plus 1. Okay, and we have to see that over here in that score text. I mean, in this 0, correct? So set number in score, we'll be writing score. Okay, so what will happen when you click on the happy ball? The score will be added by 1. So score is equal to score plus 1 is whatever is there in the score, that plus 1. So that is, if I'm writing score equal to 1, what will happen is every time when you click on that, the score will be 1 itself. It will not get added. So you want to get it added. That is why what you are doing, score equal to score plus 1. Okay, so that your score will be added every time. Okay, and I'm just putting that in the score label over here. And I have to do the same for all the balls. I just do, oh, sorry. I'm just trying to copy this much. Control C. This is my, I just did Control C, Control V. I just copied it. If it is not working for you, just repeat the same process. Okay. So next, let's do for the ping ball. Ping ball is the score will be half, right? That is the ping ball. So score will be score by 2. Okay. Next is my sad ball. So sad ball, what will happen? The score will be score minus 1. I'm sorry. And the last ball is very happy ball. That will be multiplied. Score times 2 or 1. No, 2. Correct? It will be. So why we are doing score by 2, score minus 1 is whatever is there in the score value, the 1 should be added to that. When it is becoming half, that value should go on half. That is why we are doing it like this. So let's see. Okay, 1 second. In the design, it is not clear. The score is. Let me just put this a little bigger. Let me get the very happy ball. Okay. One issue you will face is when you try to get the very happy ball at the beginning, your score will be 0, right? So what will happen is if you do 0 like by 1, you will get a negative value and or like decimal value. So that is fine. You can just play it. I'm just trying to get it. Nothing is coming. See, I got my first one. Okay, got it. Where's my very happy ball? Please repeat. Okay. So what we will do is, see, in this game, what we have to do is, yeah. So in this game, what you have to do is when you run this, we will go to the second step and you can see the balls will be moving within 1 second in random locations, right? So wherever is the ball, it will be going to random locations, correct? So what I will do, when I try to click on any ball, depending on that, my score will be changing, correct? So if I try to click on my very happy ball, what will happen is my score, why my balls are not, see, my scores are changing, correct? So we have done 4 different steps in 4 different balls, right? So what did I do is, when you click on the happy ball, the score is increased by 1. When you click on the pink ball, the score is whatever is the score, like I'll show you, like if this is the pink ball, whatever is the score, the half will be there. When I click on the sad ball, it will be -1. When I click on very happy ball, whatever is the score, it will be doubled. So very happy ball. See, you can see it is doubled. So one more time. So it is getting doubled every time, right? And like that, we will be doing the coding. Okay, that is depending on each ball. When you click on each ball, depending on that, each value will be different. Okay. Now, Tanisha, it is not always 0 because when you click on any other ball first, the value will be like, see, for example, yes, what you said is right. When you click on very happy ball at the beginning, it will be 0 only. Why? Because your score is 0 at the beginning. But if you click on it after adding any other score, it will be doubled. Okay, see, now my scores are doubled because you can see if something should be there to get it doubled. If it is 0, it will not work. That's correct. Okay. And where is the ball option? Ball options are buttons. We just added images to that. Okay. Yes, thank you, Tanisha. Okay. So is this clear? Any questions on this activity? Please raise that. Anybody, any questions? And I hope you all have submitted your attendance form, filled your attendance form. Please make sure you do it at one time. And if you have questions, please go ahead. Any question? Anybody else? Any questions? Any doubts? Anybody wants me to repeat this? No? All good? Okay. So I'll just go through this activity one more time. I'll just click on, I'll show you from the beginning. So first, what did we do is the design. In the design, we have added a label over here for the name of the application. Then we have set the rules for the game, that is depending on each ball. When you click on that, it will be having different values. And you can see all these four are images. Okay, I have added images and I have added the pictures there. And these are again labels. I have added the label so that you can just set the rules. And this is the button. Okay. Next, what we have to do is we will be adding the second screen, which is the game screen. In the game screen, we have two labels over here for the score. One is the name score and the value score. Then we did 4 buttons. So we have added 4 buttons, and all 4 buttons, we have added the images over there. Okay, that is it. Then we started doing the coding part. So in the coding part, what did we do? We first did the variable score is equal to 0 because we should start from 0, right? Now, when you click on the start button on the first screen, it will go to the second screen, right? It will go to the second screen. Now we have created a timed loop. Why we have created a timed loop is after every second, you want your balls to go in random positions, right? So what did we do is we just created 4-step inside time loop, that is set position for all the 4 balls, and then we gave random numbers for x and y location, and then the width and height we gave as 40 40. Okay, so because you are giving random numbers for x and y, it will be going in random position on every time, every 1 second. Okay, so that 1 second is given here. This is in milliseconds. Okay, so that is 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. Okay, so you can see the time here and all the 4 steps are here. So that is done. Next, what we will be doing is when you click on each ball, the score should be changing. So depending on the rules, what we have set, we have done it. So when I click on my happy ball, the score will be increased by 1. When you click on the pink ball, the score will be half. When you click on the sad ball, the score will be decreased by 1. And when you click on very happy ball, the score will be doubled. So how it works is whatever is there in the score, that value will be changing. If the score is 0, and if you're trying to do very happy ball, 0 into 2 is 0. So you will not get any value, right? So similar way, if your score is 1 and you are trying to do all these things, it will work. Okay, so then we have done all these things. Please make sure you do this inside this on event itself. Okay, it should not be coming out, it should be inside. Okay, so that's it with the second activity. We can just rename it as magic balls. You can do this activity with any images you want. It's not necessary you have to come up with balls itself. Any questions, anyone? Anybody wants me to repeat it? Okay. Sheetal, for the data option, we will be doing that in one activity at the end of app lab. Okay, so we will be discussing about the data. One activity is there at the end of the app lab. Okay, so that day we will be discussing about this data. Any other queries? Anybody? Okay, so I'll just explain what all we have discussed today. So today we have done two applications. One is a multiplication table application. Second one is a magic ball application. In the multiplication table application, we have created a multiplication table, something like this. So when you give any number and when you click on show table, that numbers table will be coming, and when you click on back button, it is coming back to the first screen. So we have done that. Then we created the magic ball activity. Magic ball activity is nothing but, see, you can just click on the balls, you can get the score like that. This is the magic ball activity. So we have created these two activities, and the topics or the concept we have covered is we have covered and again about the variables, what are variable, how you can use the variables. Then we have discussed about the timed loop, how it is working, what is a timed loop, all those things. Where can we find the multiplication option? Okay, are you seeing saying that multiplication option is when you go to math? Okay, so in computer coding, see, in our normal operation, we does like this, right? So 10 plus 1, okay, then 10 minus 1, and then 10 times 1, 10, and the divide symbol, right? But in computer coding, we don't have this symbol. So what we do is 10, the star operator, and 1 is like multiplication, and 10 by 2 is, or 10 by 1, the slash is division. So that you can find, come to math, okay? First is addition, second is subtraction, and this is multiplication, this is division. Okay, I hope I have answered your question, Sheetal. Yeah. Any other questions? What is equal to equal to? Good question. So I'll just tell you what it is. See, in coding, whenever in math, yeah, I'll tell you. See, if I want to, what is happening here is if I am writing, like, say, for example, a equal to 5. Okay. What will happen is this 5 will be saved inside the variable a. Okay. Now, if I am writing a equal to 5, what we are doing is we are comparing, that is if the value inside a is 5, that is we are just checking whether both values are same. But if you are writing a equal to 5, what we are doing is we are just assigning whatever is the value that is 5 inside a. So the value in a is 5, but a equal to 5 means we are just comparing. That is, it can be any value in a, it can be 10, 20, whatever is the value, we are just checking if both are same. Okay, yes, somebody has answered, yes. So if both values are equal to, like if both values are same, it will return a true, it will return as true. That is, if I'm writing a equal to b, both if a and b are same, you will get a return as true, and you can do the coding. So this we mostly use if I want to compare two values, and depending on that comparison, if I want to do the coding. Okay, I hope Shreyan's question is answered. Okay, yeah. Any other question? And I'll just quickly tell you what all these operations are. See, this is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This is modulus. Modulus is nothing but you will get the remainder. That is, I'll just tell you. See, if you're doing 10 by 2, your answer is 5, right? But if you're doing 10 modulus 2, your answer is 0. That is, what will happen is 10 by 2, 5. Okay. So when you do division, you get the quotient. But when you do this operation, you will get the remainder. And we call it as modulus. Okay. This is the modulus operator. You can see when you keep your mouse pointer, you can see modulo operator. That is the remainder. Equal to is, as I said, comparison. Not equal is this. Not equal. How will you do not equal is? We'll put an exclamation and then we will put an equal to. Okay, that is not equal. Then remaining, greater than or equal, less than or equal. And these three are might be new for you, like and or not. We will be coming on to this. What is this and or not? Don't worry. So then it can be, you can call it as Boolean operators, then random number, then round, absolute value, maximum, minimum, random, all those things. So just if you want to know what it is in detail, what you can do is come to this operator. You will see this pop-up coming. Then you can click on examples. It will give you the detailed description, what it is, how it is. Okay. And here you can see this is a app lab documentation. If you come to UI controls, you can see all these things. Motorola, we are discussing all the documentation is there. So somebody asked me about data. That also you can see what it is, what is the explanation. Everything is here. Okay. You can just go through that if you're interested. Okay. Any other questions, anyone? We have around 10 minutes more. If you have any questions, you can ask that. Or if you want me to explain it. Somebody asked me there is a doubt in iWatch. What is the doubt? Can you please repeat if you're there? If you have doubt, you can please ask me. And if you have the doubt in iWatch, what was the doubt? Can you please repeat? Who was that? Yes, Shreyansh, if you're there, what is your doubt in iWatch? Please raise that. I can just answer. And please make sure you have filled the attendance form. Yes, Sheetal, do you have a doubt? Shreyansh, I hope you are there. Can you please ask me what's the doubt in iWatch? Yes, go for it, Shreyansh. In on event timer clock, error is coming. Okay, I'll just show you that activity. This is your watch, right? So what you need to do is, okay. Okay, this timer clock, if you're trying to do, that is my, this button's name is timer clock. You might have named this button as something else. Then what you have to do is you have to give that name here. Whatever you have named the button, that you have to give. This timer clock is my button's name. Okay, Shreyans, that's why you are getting an error. Whatever you have named this button, you can name that. Okay, so that error will not happen. Any other question? Any other doubts? Okay. So tomorrow, we will be doing forms. Okay, we'll be doing forms. Forms is nothing but when you, for example, if you, not tomorrow, on Monday, okay? So on forms, what we will be doing is, tomorrow is Sunday, you don't have a session. We will be meeting on Monday only, same time. Okay, at 1:30. So Monday, what we will be doing is we will be creating registration form. What is registration form is, when you apply for an example, when you join something, you have to fill a registration form, right? So we will be seeing how you can create a registration form, how you can add, somebody asked me how you can do a drop down, how you can add a button, circle button, square buttons, radio button, check boxes. So we'll be discussing on that, how you can add all those things. Okay, that will be what we will be discussing on Monday. Okay, but make sure you complete these two activities which we have discussed today. Okay, if you have any pending work, that also please make sure you complete. Do your quiz as well. Okay, so next we'll be coming with forms, and then we will have 3 more classes in app lab. Then we will be going with AI. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, so if you have any questions, I'll be here. You can just ask me the questions. Sushma ma'am, anything in the live chat? I have to repeat.
No, ma'am, there are no questions in live chat.
Thank you. Any questions, anyone? Any doubts? Okay, then, so then we can wind up for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We will meet on Monday, same time at 1:30. We'll be having more fun activities for you. So please make sure you have completed your pending works, all because it's Sunday, you might have getting more time. So complete all your pending projects and quizzes. If you have any doubt, please always raise that when we meet on the next time. Okay, so please join at 1:30 on Monday. We will have more activities. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day. Those who are having exam, all the best for the remaining exams. Okay, I'll be here for 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, you can raise. Otherwise, thank you so much. Bye-bye, children.